Good morning, traders. What's going on, everybody? Thank you guys once again for joining in this morning. So, pretty crazy day yesterday. Yesterday was a very good day for me. I finished my day up at about $6,000 profit. So today, hopefully we can continue that momentum. There's a few stocks that I'll be watching, not a whole lot. I didn't really like a whole lot that was going on pre-market. A lot of the stocks that I was looking at didn't really seem to be doing all that great. So we'll see. We'll see how the day turns out. There's a couple stocks. There's ASTC and GEVO that I'm watching. And then I'm going to keep my eyes on Dropbox and IQ. And then I always watch like Tesla, Facebook, Amazon, things like that, bigger stocks. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start sharing my screen to everybody so we can go ahead and rock and roll on this. So give me a second. All right, cool. There's that. All right, guys. So I'll first touch on the stock of GEVO. All right, so GEVO, we all know, went crazy yesterday. So if you guys aren't familiar with what happened to the stock of GEVO, I literally made a video yesterday on it, so you can go back and watch that video to get an idea of what actually happened and why it moved the way that it did. All right, but for today, what's going to happen is really the primary question that everyone's asking themselves. So if I may, GEVO was started by a short squeeze yesterday, and then it turned into a momentum play that kept getting short squeezed up. Now, today, pre-market, the reason it's up is because people are anticipating it to go on a second day run. Now, supernova stocks like this, when a stock goes absolutely crazy, it's not far-fetched, or it's not out of the normal to see them pop and squeeze out of the gates the next day. A lot of times what you actually see happen with a lot of these supernova stocks is they're going to pop up like this, come down, and then they trickle back up pre-market, and they end up going like this, squeezing to the previous high, and then they start crashing. All right, so that's kind of what I'm watching here today. So let me kind of give you a kind of a rundown on this, is that GEVO was a penny stock. It's no longer a penny stock, but I still consider it a penny stock, even if it smashes up to 20 bucks. If a stock goes from $3 to $21, I still consider it a penny stock. I still consider it a penny stock until it can prove that it can actually hold up above $5, in which so far GEVO has to do that. Okay, this is only the second day after its big run. Almost all the time, you will see these penny stocks go from, $4, $5 to $20, $30, and then within a couple days, they're going to crash and they'll be back down to $5, if not $3 or $2. Okay, so a very common thing you see with them when we go supernova. What you're looking at yesterday on GEVO is what we'd call a supernova or a mega runner. So a lot of times these mega runners will squeeze up, and then they'll get shorted down, and then they'll re-squeeze all the way back up to retest. They go up to here to retest the previous high. And if they can't break through 21, they come crashing down. All right. So that's kind of my game plan. I'm going to be watching GEVO long today, basically right out of the gates, in hopes that it squeezes all the way back up to $20. And the reason it has the potential to do that is because of the big day it had yesterday. Psychologically, there's a lot of people that are still out there that missed the stock GEVO yesterday that are going to try and trade it today. There's a lot of short sellers from yesterday that got crushed on it, and now they're going to try and revenge trade it today and make their money back. Not to mention, you're going to have a lot of short sellers that didn't even trade yesterday, or nobody, may have missed this, and they're going to try and short GEVO today as well. Okay. So there's a strong possibility that this thing could end up squeezing all the way back up to $20 or $21 again today. All right. So what we might see happen is something like this, where the bell opens. So let me kind of do like this. The bell opens and why is it? There we go. The bell opens and we just instantly squeeze. But what I'd rather see happen is I'd like to see the bell open, it sell off, and then go for a red to green move. If you see something like this, this will be a more powerful move. This is a stronger move. If the stock does a red to green move, meaning it opens up, it tries to go red, and then it gets bought up and goes green. Because what's going to happen is in this area right here, if it does do something like that, when it's going down, when it starts going down, these are people that are selling and short selling, right? So you'll get a bunch of people who try to add in short right at the beginning of the bell or right in the beginning of the day. And if it doesn't drop, they're going to start squeezing the stock back up to the point where it just rips. So I hope to see a red to green move on the stock GEVO to end up getting long. All right, guys. So if you are newer to trading or if you haven't been trading for a long time, I would probably say, well, to anybody, you have to be very careful on the stock. It's going to have probably a fairly big spread. It'll move very fast. You have to be very careful. And if you're newer to trading, you know, it's almost best just to stay away from it because it's not an easy trade. All right. So again, keep your eyes on GEVO. This could be another second day run, big day for it. At some point today, there will definitely be a long bias trade, whether it's at the bottom or if it's right out of the gates. Chances are we're going to see it squeeze. All right, next stock is ASTC. So ASTC, if you're not familiar, just a penny stock this morning that started running from like $2.50 all the way to $5. So it's already up over, what's that, 100%? Probably something like that, 100. Yeah, so it's up about 120% this morning. All right. So again, ASTC is up about 120% this morning. It has some news that, you know, what is it? Astrotech reports its first detect of subsidiary will have Tracer 1000 explosive tracer detector entry facility. I don't even know. But anyways, it's got a bunch, or it has two headlines this morning. Only two. There's two reports this morning for news, and the stock ended up flying up. So this turned into a straight momentum play of a penny stock. All right. So what you need to do is you need to go to your yearly chart. Look at your yearly chart. Right now, the price is currently, what is it, like 520? What is it? 530 now. So the price is like right around here. Like right in this area, that yellow box. That's where the price is. So right now we are testing previous resistance areas. If we can break through these resistance areas, your next resistance is going to be right around this $6.60, anywhere from really $6 and from $6 to $6.60. You're going to be seeing some resistance. Above $6.60, it could really, really push. All right. So right now you should be marking off like $5.50, $6, and $6.50 as your resistance areas. Okay. Right now we're pushing through the previous mark. Now we have to get through $5.50. If I may, whenever a penny stock flies up pre-market like this, it is most likely going to crash out of the gates. This is specifically what I said in my video that I did yesterday on GEVO, that 6 to 7 out of 10 times when a penny stock pops up like this pre-market, it will most likely crash out of the gates. Why? Well, let's put it this way. Let's put it like this. Let's say that Connor, let's say I was long 10,000 shares. Okay, what if I was long 10,000 shares on, last week? Let's say I longed 10,000 shares, or I've been holding 10,000 shares of ASTC for a couple weeks. Today, and if I got in around $2 today, I'm going to be up almost $30,000 per share, soon to be $40,000 a share. Think about that. If I was long on the stock before today with 10,000 shares, I'd currently be up almost $30,000-$40,000 on my position right now. So for me to not sell when the bell opens, that would be what we call dumb. You would be dumb to not do that, or at least a little bit dumb. So you should always lock in some profits at the bell if you're going to be up big from a penny stock running pre-market. So what we then look for is if it keeps running, right, what we're going to look for when the bell opens is what I literally just described on GEVO. What we want to look for is a red to green move. You want to look for a red to green move where we just said 6 to 7 out of 10 times the stock will dump out of the gates. So if it's going to dump out of the gates, you don't want to be long. You don't want to long at the bell. You want to hold off and hopefully it comes down and does that. That is what we call a red to green move. Okay, that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a red to green move. I will not buy this out of the gates. It's just too extended, and the likelihood of it selling off out of the gates is so high that you're best just waiting for it to pull back, consolidate, and hopefully run. Okay, it's very possible that you could see something like this. Remember yesterday on GEVO? Oh, excuse me. Remember how it popped up and then it just slammed down? And then what did it do? It sideways consolidated. It just went sideways and led to a squeeze. So look for something like that, for it to drop out, consolidate sideways, and then squeeze. Or look for an immediate red to green, which is like this. Okay. That's what I'll be watching for on ASTC. ASTC. All right, so that's what I'm gonna be looking for. As you can see, it's already starting to pull back right here off the $6 mark. So $6 is a new resistance. Okay, these areas right here, this green line here and this green line here are support areas. So you can look for the stock to go like this, bounce off that level, or maybe off, it goes like this and bounces off that level. All right. That's what you're looking for, a bounce level, somewhere off of these green lines, okay? Now, that covers that. Again, low float penny stock, ASTC, be careful. If you're newer to trading, please beware. All right, so next one's on the list. I'll cover our Dropbox. So Dropbox, if you're not familiar, it's been going on pretty much like a 5-day run now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days in a row it's been running. The price is very extended, definitely due for a pullback. Currently, the stock is gapping down this morning. So this could be, in fact, a first red day setup. If you don't know what a first red day setup, just basically means after a stock has been running for so long to the upside, eventually it has to go down at some point, in which we look for a first red day setup, which usually leads to a big short position that can make you a lot of money, yada, yada, yada. So we're looking for a first red day setup here on the stock DBX. All right. So again, do try and, I will be watching Dropbox for a first red day setup. Currently, right now, it has it's got a pre-market support right down here at about $40.60. What I would like to see happen is I would like to see it go like this: pop up, squeeze to yesterday's close, and then start coming down. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is where I get short. Okay. So Dropbox, first red day setup, hopefully short position. Now, Todd, I don't really trade futures. I mean, it's not that, I mean, I could easily learn it. So maybe I will in the future. Now, what's the next thing? IQ. So IQ, if you're not familiar with IQ, basically there's a lot of buzz that IQ is supposed to be the next Netflix. It's a China-based company. I don't really know much more than it's a China-based company that's supposed to be the new Netflix, and everybody's buying it up like crazy. Everybody's basically, you know, just eating this thing up right now. All right. So again, this is also potentially on a first red day setup. So if you look at it, IQ always goes up and then goes through a pullback and then it runs again. So today I'd be watching IQ for a pullback. So if you're going to be watching IQ today, what you want to do is you want to mark off all these levels from yesterday where it bounced. So one would be right there. And then it would just kind of be all these like high points, really. So something like that. So again, you just need to learn how to mark off support and resistance zones from previous days, and then you'll be able to understand how to really mark off potential target areas or bounce areas. But you know, just to speed this up, ideally what I'm doing is I'm looking for the same thing on IQ that I was looking for on Dropbox. I'm going to be looking for a short position in the hopes that it kind of pops up, fails, and then we go down. All right. Nazir FMI is a buyout from I think some European-based companies buying out FMI, so that's probably just going to trade sideways all day long. So don't even really want to pay attention to that there. So again, guys, those are primarily all the stocks that I will be watching today. I'll check out Blue real fast. Is it? Yeah, this is the one you're talking about. I mean, so this is the way I see it. You know, you could argue that Blue has been going down for a couple days, so it's getting ready to bounce. I mean, that's what I see there, is it's possibly getting ready to bounce. Oh yes, CBIO. I forgot to mention that. I do like that. Thanks, Rick. So CBIO was that stock that had like really negative news, and it went from 25 and now it's at $8 a share. So yesterday I thought maybe we'd get a short squeeze. We didn't really get one. We got like a small little short squeeze here, but we didn't really get anything too big. So again, this is a stock that you guys should just keep on your watch list for even a swing trade, but I would not be surprised to see the stock squeeze at some point. But here's what's going to happen, right? Is yesterday it traded heavy volume. But look at what it normally does. Normally it doesn't trade anything for volume. Yesterday it traded a lot of volume. So unless it's trading on this big of volume, we're not going to see a big squeeze. It's going to look like that, some small trickling stuff. So you could watch CBIO here in the next coming days for a possible swing trade or something like that. Well, here's the thing. Well, I guess, Daniel, it's hard to say. Theoretically, you can make, here's the way you got to know it. So to answer your question, so there's a question here, guys, on YouTube that is from Daniel, and he asks, do day traders or long-term investors make more money? So who makes more money, day traders or long-term investors? Well, let me put it this way. If I had millions of dollars in a stock and the stock moved in the direction I'd want it, I'd make more money as a long-term investor. On the flip side, most people don't have millions and millions of dollars in the market as long-term investors, unless you're obviously at some investment firm or what have you. But the way I look at it is day traders do it for an income, where long-term investors do the same, but you do make more money long-term investing if you have tons of money. If you're someone who has $100,000, let's just say you've had $100,000, you're going to make more money day trading than you will long-term investing. But as a day trader, I'm still a long-term investor, because per day I can make a steady income, and then I can take that steady income I make and then I can do a long-term investment with that money. So not only am I making money long-term investing, but I'm making short-term income from day trading. So that's the way I do it, right? Let's see. Anywho, let's take a look at MU. So MU gapping down again this morning. They do have earnings coming up, but I would say again, I think that MU it's getting close to bouncing. It's just the fact that this pattern it's in, it's a descending triangle pattern currently from where it's at, from this high to this low, and then you have these support areas. This is setting up for a descending triangle pattern. That's what that's setting up for right now. So unless something happens or they have really good earnings, that's the pattern it's currently traveling in right there. But if earnings are good and they have some good news come out, this is what obviously you'd see happen like that. So this is so right here is kind of your key moment. So in the middle of next month, right or wrong? Yeah, I would say sometime in the middle or like halfway, beginning of next month. That's where there's going to be a very key pivotal moment for the stock where it's going to do something really cool, you know? So I would watch MU closely in the next couple days, if not weeks. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. So I will let you guys all go there. How many times do I usually trade in a day? Honestly, sometimes I trade a lot, in which I actually overtrade. So, well, let me put it this way. You'll always hear someone say like, oh, I overtraded today and I did this, right? But there's something I do have to mention is so a lot of people would consider trading 10 or 15 times over trading in a day, where others would consider it not over trading. So I say over trading is when you're just consistently hopping in and out of trades trying to make money. But if you're trading, say if you even trade 20 times in one day, I don't even consider that over trading as long as you're in control of your trading. So I think over trading is a mix between trading too much and having emotional distress, where you're either fighting to win money back. So you're either revenge trading. You haven't really won any trades, but you're not really losing money. So if you're completely in control of your emotions while you're trading, then it's okay to trade a little bit more. But if you're not in control of your emotions, you're losing money. You're a back and forth battle from green to red, green to red. That's when I say over trading or trading too much is a problem. So yes, as Cooley says, over trading is very subjective. It's really kind of an opinionated thing. And it's all based on whether or not you're in control of your trades. Some days I'll trade 4 or 5 times and I'll make some money and I'll be done. Whereas some days I'll actually make like 10, 15, hell, probably even 20 trades where I'm completely in control of my trades. I'm winning almost every single one of my trades and I'm doing just fine. Okay. But I will also mention that a lot of my trades, I'll be in and out of the stock within 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Okay. I'll be in and out within 30 seconds to 2 minutes. I'm not holding positions for 5, 10, 20 minutes. That's not what I do. I figure out the best time to get in the stock and then I take my shares and then I end up getting out. So, again, so over trading, me particularly, I'm usually around 10 trades a day. I usually take about 10 trades a day unless unless I've absolutely killed it, then I'd just be done. Exactly. As NASDAQ SE said, it's when you're trading and then you're like, say you're red, and then you start fighting back trying to win money. That's where it's a problem, right? Drawing tools, nobody can get. So that's the thing. So that's funny, right? A lot of people always ask me where to get my drawing tools for my screen, and to be honest, it's not through TD Ameritrade. It's a software that I use for our private group. So those drawing tools you see on my screen, they come with the streaming software I use for our private group. When we go live during our trading days and we do all of our morning meetings and classes, that's like an additional tool that comes with my streaming software. All right. So again, right, do I trade? So some days I'll make like 5 trades. Some days I'll make 10 trades. Hell, some days maybe even 20 trades. It's really whether or not I'm in control of my trading. The streaming software is Zoom. So for most of you guys, it wouldn't even make sense to get it. If you're just going to use it to kind of graph some stuff on your charts, there's no point of there really isn't a purpose for you getting it. But Other than that, that's all I have for you guys. So do stay tuned because I will be posting some more videos, obviously, throughout the week. I have one of my buddies, he's going to start working with me on my channel. So we're going to have some, I would say, some better videos, some better quality, better edits coming that should kind of help speed up some of the learning process for you guys. But anyways, we got some cool things coming, so definitely stay tuned. And I will see you guys all tomorrow morning for another pre-market watch list. And then maybe today I'll get another video up on maybe ASTC, GEVO, something. Who knows? But anyways, before you guys go, please do give me a like, thumb, share, subscribe, blah, 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 if you haven't already. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. All right. Take care. Stay green. Don't lose money. Most importantly.